Okay, so I'm officially at the phase in pregnancy where this is the real life size of my baby and I need to pack a hospital bag. So, or bags, should I say. So that's what we're gonna do together. I am looking at my dining table and it is covered in things. And I wanna pack it with you because I have been so sat watching these videos, taking literal lists from so many different people, that whether that they're mums. I've loved Sarah's Days videos, even just like newborn essentials videos. Like I've been sat taking notes. And I also have been obviously seeing TikToks, talking to other friends that are mums. And then also I just listened to a podcast this morning, The Great Birth Rebellion. She spoke about like your laboring kit and hospital bag. So I was taking some other notes in that. So I feel like I'm pretty well equipped. If you can't tell, I'm a type A girl. So the way in which that I can relax is having all of this sorted, then having a bunch of lists. And I'll chat to Isaac as well so he's across everything, because my plan is in labor to not think. And that is really challenging for a control freak like myself. So I'm taking as much control as I can, basically. I think that defeats the entire purpose. But just knowing that like everything's sorted, everything's organized. I'm very particular about how I like things. So I just know me, and it's gonna just reduce more stress. So that's what we're doing. If there's anything that I have missed or is like, don't do this instead, I would love to know. Please just be nice. But any help I can get, I will take it. I feel like being a first-time mum, this isn't really credible because I haven't birthed. So this is just what I'm packing. We shall see. I can also see exactly why people would do. I can see exactly why people would do a home birth doing all this, because I'm like, what do you mean? We can have all these bags. But you know what? It's not going to be my problem. It's going to be Isaac's problem, because I'm going to be focused on baby. So let's get into it. This is the current situation. The first bag that I'm going to pack is the baby's bag, which I actually thought would be the most overwhelming, but it's actually proving to be the most simple. Sable nappy bag is going to be his little bag. White noise machine. I have got a bunch of nappies. Girls, I don't know how many nappies to take. I think this is like 15. So that should be enough for more than enough, I think, for 2 days. 1 spew cloth, 2 beanies, 1 singlet, 2 little singlet suits, 2 long sleeves because he's going to be born in May, so it'll be cold, starting to get cold. This one's from Ogo Pouch, and then this one is from Cotton On, and this is a teeny. So if I do go early, or like when he's just fresh out the womb and he's nice and small, sleep sack. Again, I've just got this one from Ogo Pouch. I'm literally no expert whatsoever, and I took all of this from Sarah's Day for her 3rd baby, so I'm gonna trust it. I've got 1 muslin wrap, and then I've got 1 blankie as well. A pack of wipes, which I honestly might keep in like an outside pocket just so they're nice and easy to access if we need. Baby's bag, done. Now we've got my bag. It's freaking me out. Tracky set. These are like from last winter and they're quite worn down. They're just from factory, so I don't really care if they get fucked. Hoodie of it. I've got the Muscle Republic one. This is kind of, again, been absolutely flogged, and I've got 2 of these. So this is my worst version, if you will, but I'm going to keep that out, especially for the transfer to hospital, so I can hoodie. Some togs. I'm honestly such a naked type person. I'm like, people are going to be seeing me in all kind of states. Like, I don't really know if I'll be like, oh, I'm getting in the shower, or put some togs on. Who knows? Got them there in case. Got an outfit to go home in, if you will. Just some comfy long pants and a white t-shirt. I've got a pajama set, long pants and a short sleeve top. These are quite comfy and good for breastfeeding. This Jagger & Stone shirt, I wouldn't be surprised if I labor in this. It feels weird, but I've only got 1 pair of undies because I'm probably going to be wearing my postpartum high-waisted undies, which I've got, and then also the nappies. So I don't really think I'll be needing undies, but I've got 1 pair. I've got this, which is just a comfy bralette top, and then another one as well. I'm just gonna pop these in like a clear bag just so I don't like fully lose them floating around in my bag and like Isaac can quickly grab them or Tanika can. And then I've also got my compression socks. I got a 3-pack of those from Amazon. They have been so good. This little bag here of postpartum bits. A couple of disposable nipple pads, nipple cream. I saw this or listened to this in the Birth Rebellion podcast. She was saying when you're laboring and there's like aircon, your lips can get really dry. And I was like, so true. So I got some Paw. I've got some Silverettes. I'm not sure when I'll be like needing these, but I may as well just chuck it in. And a Peri bottle. And then I've also got this from Mama Bump, which you can freeze or heat. Again, not sure if I'll be using it at the hospital, but I would rather just have all of the things there and ready. From Mama Bump, where you can actually put that cooling slot in there, and they're high-waisted. I've actually got a couple of pairs of these, but I think I'll only need one, I'm assuming, and I'll have like the nappies on as well. I've got my toiletries bag. I've honestly just done like seconds of everything because I don't want to worry about packing like my current toiletries, if you will. So I've just got like my extra hairbrush, a body wash, a face wash, a deodorant, a toothbrush, toothpaste, 2 scrunchies. I've got a scrunchie in my labor bag as well, a razor, and then seconds of my makeup. And I've only got some remnants left of this, but that'll be perfect if I just like want a body cream, and like, yeah, some little bits and bobs of makeup. I don't think I'm going to be putting a fucking full face on, but if I want to like put some mascara on, put some skincare on, feel a little bit human, that's the vibe. Toiletries. I've got my slippers as well. That is my bag. Then in terms of laboring bits, I kind of touched on this in the nursery setup video. 2 heat packs, purely just because I had 2. Tanika bought me one. I've got a bunch of Cocoa Coast coconut waters. We'll just have them at home in the fridge. In terms of snacks so far, keep in mind these are not nourishing. These are just things that are long lasting. Snakes, ginger nut, cookies. These will also be good for Isaac and Tanika if they need a snack, because I feel like everything is focused on the person giving birth, which like, yes, as it should, but for them to be able to support you, they need to, you know, have brain cells working. So beef jerky, sour lolly thing, warheads. Apparently sour things can take your mind off the contractions or help. There's something in your brain receptors. Don't fact check me on it, but I'm willing to try anything. So I love sour things. So the only thing that like tastes sour to me are these. So got some of those. Scrunchie, just normal pads, which obviously haven't had a period in a hot minute. So I just had these in my bathroom, but I thought I'd get these out for when if I guess my waters break, because not everyone's waters break, but I can put one of these on. We can also just make sure that there's nothing wrong with like the fluid color. I forgot what the name is, meconium. So just to, yeah, track my waters, if you will. Clary sage oil, so I'll start diffusing that and also take that. Apparently it's nice to have like on your wrists. Candles that are just battery operated. We can also take to the hospital as well, and we can red light them. I was listening to the podcast, like I mentioned this morning, with the Great Birth Rebellion, and she was speaking about having red light blocking, or like red light glasses. Red lens glasses, so they're blue light blocking, for when you go into the hospital, because obviously hospitals are blaring with all of the white lights, and that like will fuck with your labor progress because you need melatonin. A point that she made was, she's like, lots of hospitals now have fairy lights, which is beautiful, but it's still the same thing. Like it's still light. And I was like, true. Our whole house is red lighted. So we'll have those red lights at home for labor. And then these will be great to have around the house and also just take to the hospital. I feel like I'm transitioning into slightly like taking to the hospital as well, but speaker for music. I really envision myself being this person. Sorry guys, you don't get to hear my tunes, especially again, that podcast she was saying, it's so good to like have these on, be in the zone, have like your hypnobirthing playlist, whatever it, or your birth playlist, meditations, whatever is good for you, your hoodie, glasses, or even having an eye mask as well, especially for the transition like to the hospital and the drive. So we'll have these, and these are all charged up. Tripod, I'll probably be using this in between, so I'll need to remember to like pack that, and then same with my camera. I don't really have any expectations on like having to vlog and things like that, but especially because we've got Tanika there. She's like, no, I'll get some content for you. So if it's something on her phone, like I'm not really fast, but I'm like, may as well have it. Speaking of transition and drive to the hospital, I didn't even think of this. It was only the fact that, again, in that podcast, she was saying, have some towels in your car in case you give birth in the car. I didn't even consider that possibility, did I? Yeah, just got some of those. And then I also got, when I saw Riley in the hospital, she had one of her like fluffy blankets from home, and I was like, oh my God, so true. Like when you're at a hospital, like you just want to be cozied up and feel like semi-human and at home. So I just got our darkest color fluffy blanket, but that's just in this type of thing. So that would be nice and easy. TENS machine. That is one thing that is coming on the 1st of May. So it's coming in about 10 days. So there's going to be that in my labor kit, and then also some spiky balls. And then with that, I just hired the TENS machine, and that company also stocked the postpartum like nappies. So that's all coming in that order. And then things like my eye mask, I sleep with my eye mask on. So there'll be a few things like that. Water bottle. This is my everyday water bottle, but specifically a water bottle with a straw, so that you're not doing this in labor. You want to be sipping. Electrolytes are apparently really, really important and beneficial. Obviously I've got my coconut waters, but I might feel like electrolytes. So if I want to have those, I'll have that in that. I think that's everything for me with labor. Then some other things. Got that at the hospital the other day, didn't I? To start expressing and collecting colostrum. They will be some things that we'll have in the freezer that Isaac will need to grab, along with like any other foods that we're gonna have kind of prepped to grab and go, so that we've got some nourishing foods. Something that I loved that the Sable Baby kit came with is this bag, but it's actually an insulated bag for bottles, but that'll be perfect to put the colostrum in and any milk that I express, so we can take that. Then kind of going into documentation stuff. Apparently you get a lot of documentation at the hospital. Anywho, this is very type A of me. So I've got this folder, and then also if you are in Queensland, you get a blue book which has everything, so you need to bring that with you, and then obviously your Medicare card and ID and stuff like that. So I'll have all of that out. Then the other thing now, I think, is going on to partner support, because obviously they need a bag. Which is wild. You just forget. Like, I feel like I didn't consider all of the things. So for support person, the list of things that I kind of followed from her was swimmers, if they need to get in the birth pool with you, a change of clothes, warm clothes, phone and phone chargers, toiletries for them, slip-on shoes, and then also Panadol and or Nurofen, because obviously if they're, you know, it's been a long labor and all of the things, like the last thing you want for them is to like get a headache or anything like that, she was saying. So you want them to have some pain relief on hand if they just like need it for anything, which again sounds so like, you just be like, oh, too bad you've got a headache, look at what I'm doing. But we're gonna have that. So I got out just like a sheet of Panadol for Isaac, and then I've just packed him 3 pairs of undies, 2 socks, 2 pairs of like shorts, which both can be worn in the pool, and then trackies, 2 shirts and a jumper. So he should be well equipped. This is currently what we're dealing with. So I've got baby's bag, my bag, Isaac's bag, the blankets and the towels. I've got the colostrum, what do you call them, syringes, and the little freezer bag there with the towels. I've got my hoodie, everything for labor. What the heck? And this won't be chilling here for like the next month. I'll go and put this away, but I'm going to give Isaac the rundown when he gets home, so he's across everything. I'm going to send it to Tanika as well, my doula. She'll be very impressed. Then the other thing that I've done, we just got out, I put the blue book in the folder here, so that's all the paperwork, which I'm just going to start taking that to the hospital now, and then my IDs. And then on the fridge, I've just popped the phone number of the birth suite and then some things to grab, which we can just keep adding to. I figured I may as well just have it done in there, especially because if we ever just need to call the birth suite as well for anything, because we have had to go in once with decreased movements. At least it's just on the fridge. It's just nice and easy. It's just weird now. Everything is just like there and ready. I've also got this, which I probably should have mentioned, but I might just pop that in the labour kit for now. But I've just got a portable charger. That thing lasts for like so many charges, and like a charging block. What? I think I'm ready to have a baby. What the helly? Now it's just wrapping up work, throwing out all the rubbish that's in like the room outside of the nursery, and we're like good to go. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a very talky video of me just packing. If you have any recommendations, let a girl know. I'll definitely update you after the fact, I'm sure, of things that I used, liked, didn't like. But yeah, I'll get the TENS machine in the next week or so, pop that in there, along with like the spiky balls. And I'm like good to go into labor. I'm gonna start having a process, but thank you so much for watching. Love you so very much. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to grow to at least 1,000 subscribers in the next couple of months is the goal. But love you so much. Have the best rest of your day whenever you're listening to this, and I will see you in the next one.